Have you ever wondered what really happens inside your body when you eat a raw onion? No, we're not just talking about bad breath or the inevitable tears while slicing it. We're talking about something much deeper, an intense biological reaction, powerful enough to trigger changes that can in some cases be irreversible. Yes, these can happen with just one onion, and in this video, we're going to reveal what those changes are.
We're going to dive into cellular reactions, astonishing health benefits, but also the potential risks most people never talk about. And it all begins with a seemingly innocent act, taking that first bite of a raw onion. Get ready. What you're about to learn may forever change the way you look at one of the most common foods in your kitchen. When you bite into that crisp bite of onion, a silent transformation begins within your body. Raw onions contain a special group of compounds called thiosulfonates. These compounds are known for their strong biological activity. They're released as soon as you start chewing on that onion, setting off a chain reaction in your body. One of the first things that happens is that your body starts making a lot of sulfur antioxidants. These antioxidants are vital in helping your body fight inflammation. Inflammation is a natural process where your body gets red and swollen in response to things like injuries, infections, or even stress. But sometimes this process can go a bit overboard and stay active even when your body doesn't need it anymore. This is called chronic inflammation, and it's been linked to many health issues from heart disease to diabetes. That's where the sulfur antioxidants from onions come into play. They help calm down this inflammation, bringing your body back into balance. But the effects of raw onions go far beyond just fighting inflammation. They're also fantastic at detoxifying your body. Detoxifying means getting rid of harmful substances that could be making you sick. Think of it like cleaning out your body's junk room. Raw onions help by boosting your body's natural detoxification processes, making sure harmful stuff gets eliminated efficiently. And let's not forget about your digestive system. Raw onions are a true blessing here. They've got a special trick up their sleeve, so to speak, that helps keep things moving smoothly in your gut. It's like they're the oil that keeps the machine running smoothly. This is because onions contain prebiotics, which are like food for the good bacteria in your gut. These bacteria are the real MVPs of your digestive system, and they love a good meal. When they're well fed, they produce short-chain fatty acids that help lubricate your digestive tract. This keeps things moving along nicely and prevents any potential backups or discomfort. And that's not all. Raw onions are also fantastic for your blood sugar levels. They're like the superheroes of the food world, swooping in to save the day. You see, when you eat carbs, your body breaks them down into sugar, which then enters your bloodstream. This causes your blood sugar levels to rise, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But if this happens too often or your body can't keep up with managing that sugar, you might be looking at some serious health issues down the road, things like diabetes. Raw onions step in to help prevent that by slowing down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream after you eat carbs. So if you're worried about managing your blood sugar levels, munching on some raw onions might just be the ticket. However, as we've already mentioned, not everything in the world of health is a walk in the park, and unfortunately, eating raw onions is no exception. While onions offer a host of health benefits, from boosting your immune system to supporting heart health, they can also pose certain risks if consumed raw. And it's not what you think. Onions belong to the allium family, which includes garlic, leeks, and chives. And like their family members, they have a compound called alliin. When alliin comes into contact with the enzyme allinase, which is usually found in onion juice, it can cause some not-so-good stuff to happen in your tummy. This can lead to some serious digestive risks. So if you've got a sensitive stomach or some digestive issues already going on, eating raw onions might just make things worse. So while raw onions are packed with amazing stuff that can help you heal, they also have a dark side that can harm you. It's like they're this mythical healer, kind of like a mythological figure, with powers for both great healing and great destruction. It all depends on how your body reacts to them. Today, we're going to find out what happens in the first minutes when you eat a raw onion. You may not believe this, But as soon as raw onion hits your digestive system, something fascinating begins. Powerful enzymes, sulfur compounds, and antioxidants are released. One of them, called a lectin, is activated quickly, and this compound starts a chain reaction inside your body. It acts as a natural antimicrobial, fighting off bacteria and even viruses. The effect can be so intense that many researchers call raw onion a natural antibiotic. But this is only the beginning. As a lectin clears the way, other compounds begin to work their magic. And the real reason why onions have been used throughout history as a healing food becomes clear. What happens next is truly amazing. In this video, we will discover how raw onions can help you heal from sickness and disease by simply eating one every day. Let's start the timer. 1 minute. Within the first minute of eating a raw onion, irreversible changes begin to take place. The onion's sulfur compounds start to break down, releasing a powerful healing energy. This is the moment when your health begins to shift in a positive direction. 3 minutes. As the onion continues its journey through your digestive system, its anti-inflammatory properties kick in. Chronic inflammation is the root cause of most diseases, from diabetes to cancer. By reducing inflammation, raw onions help to protect against a wide range of health conditions. 5 minutes. Detoxifying compounds in the onion start to bind with toxins in your body, preparing them for elimination. This is like giving your body a helping hand in the battle against harmful substances. 7 minutes. Raw onions are rich in prebiotics, which act as food for your beneficial gut bacteria. These bacteria are essential for good health, and by feeding them, you help to maintain a healthy gut microbiome. 9 minutes. Here's a surprising twist. Raw onions can help reduce the risk of certain types of cancer. One study found that eating onions regularly can reduce the risk of stomach cancer by up to 84%. 11 minutes. The healing power of raw onions extends to your heart. They contain antioxidants that help to lower blood pressure and reduce the risk of heart disease. Picture this. You're just relaxing after a meal when suddenly your body sends out a distress signal. Your blood sugar levels are dangerously high. But don't worry. We've got you covered. Raw onions can help regulate blood sugar levels, making them a great choice for people with diabetes or those looking to maintain healthy blood sugar levels. 13 minutes. Another amazing benefit of raw onions is their ability to improve bone health. They're a great source of calcium and vitamin D, which are essential for strong bones. 15 minutes. You may not realize it, but your skin health is closely linked to the health of your gut. When you eat raw onions, their sulfur compounds help to improve digestion, which can lead to healthier skin. Imagine this. You're at a party, and someone compliments you on your glowing skin. You can confidently tell them about the secret ingredient, raw onions. 17 minutes. Raw onions are a good source of quercetin, a compound that has been shown to have anti-aging properties. This means that eating raw onions regularly can help you look and feel younger. 19 minutes. But wait, there's more. Raw onions are also a good source of vitamin C, which can help boost your immune system and protect against colds and flu. 21 minutes. We've reached the halfway point, and we've only scratched the surface of the benefits of raw onions. So far, we've covered their anti-inflammatory, detoxifying, anti-cancer, heart-healthy, bone-strengthening, and anti-aging properties, as well as their ability to improve skin health and boost the immune system. But these are only some of the amazing benefits of raw onions. There is still so much more to discover. Now let's continue the countdown. 23 minutes. Eating raw onions regularly can help improve cognitive function and protect against age-related cognitive decline. 25 minutes. If you suffer from allergies, raw onions may be able to help. One study found that eating onions regularly can reduce the severity of allergy symptoms. 27 minutes. Raw onions are a good source of dietary fiber, which is essential for maintaining a healthy digestive system. 29 minutes. Here's another surprising benefit. Raw onions can help improve sleep quality. One study found that eating onions regularly can increase melatonin levels, which can lead to better sleep. 31 minutes. The first impact of eating a raw onion is truly remarkable. From its powerful anti-inflammatory and detoxifying properties to its ability to fight cancer cells and improve heart health, this humble vegetable is a true powerhouse of nutrition. But wait, there's more. The benefits of raw onions go beyond physical health. They can also improve mental clarity and emotional well-being. And now for the big reveal, the last and perhaps most important benefit of eating a raw onion: it can help you heal from sickness and disease. When you eat a raw onion, your body is flooded with a range of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that can help strengthen the immune system and protect against illness. The antibacterial and antiviral properties of onions can help fight off infections and speed up recovery time. Plus, the anti-inflammatory properties can help reduce pain and swelling. But here's the catch. To experience these amazing benefits, you need to eat the onion raw. Cooking onions can destroy many of these delicate compounds and reduce the effectiveness of this natural medicine. So if you want to harness the healing power of onions, add this simple superfood to your daily diet and watch your body and mind transform before your eyes. Onions, they're one of the most common foods on the planet, found in nearly every cuisine around the world. But few people know that they contain a secret, a hidden danger that lies within a silent flame. You see, onions are one of the richest natural sources of sulfur-based compounds. This is what gives them their strong smell, but also their biological power. Sulfur plays a key role in many important functions within the body, including detoxifying the liver, promoting the production of glutathione, one of the body's most important antioxidants, and fighting inflammation throughout the body. But here's what most people don't realize. When consumed in excess, these same compounds can overload certain organs, especially in people with sensitive digestive systems. In other words, for some, the same onion that heals can also cause harm. Hi, I'm here to help you escape your sick and tired body so you can live a life that you're excited about. And today, we're going to explore the healing power of sulfur. Now, before we get into the healing power of sulfur, I want to start out by saying this video is not intended to scare you. It's not my intention to make you afraid of eating onions. In fact, I think onions are a wonderful healing food, but there are certain things that you need to be aware of so you don't end up causing harm to yourself. And I've seen this happen over and over again in my clinic. People will start consuming large amounts of sulfur-rich foods like onions and garlic and other cruciferous vegetables, without fully understanding the potential impact it can have on their health. So let me explain. Sulfur is a powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compound. It's involved in many important functions within the body. It helps to detoxify the liver. It supports the production of glutathione. It aids in digestion, and it even has anti-cancer properties. But here's the thing. When you consume too much sulfur, it can have the opposite effect. Too much sulfur can overwhelm the body's detoxification pathways, leading to a buildup of harmful substances. This can cause a variety of digestive issues such as bloating, gas, diarrhea, and even constipation. So why does this happen? Well, it's because sulfur is actually a heavy metal. And just like any other heavy metal, it can build up in the body if you're not careful. This can lead to some really serious health problems down the road, such as autoimmune disorders, thyroid problems, and even neurodegenerative diseases. That's right, the same substance that can heal you can also destroy you. That's why it's so important to understand the power of sulfur and how to use it safely. But here's the problem. Most people don't know how to do that. They just see sulfur as a natural remedy, and they consume it in excess without understanding the potential consequences. For example, I had a patient come in recently who was having a bunch of digestive issues. He was bloated, he was gassy, he was constipated, and when I asked him what he'd been eating, he told me that he'd been consuming a ton of sulfur-rich foods, including onions, garlic, and cruciferous vegetables. He was trying to heal his gut, but instead he was causing more damage. I've seen this happen over and over again in my practice. People with sensitive digestive systems who try to heal their guts by consuming too much sulfur end up making their guts worse. The key to using sulfur safely, and I cannot emphasize this enough, is moderation. You want to consume sulfur-rich foods in moderation, especially if you have a sensitive digestive system. Just because something is natural and organic doesn't mean that you can consume it in excess without causing harm. So please, I implore you, listen to your body. If you feel bloated or gassy after consuming sulfur-rich foods, then back off. Give your body a break and allow it to heal. Onions. They're a staple in many diets around the world, but they also hold a dangerous secret, a silent killer that can strike without warning. As we've seen, the same onion that can heal can also harm. But knowledge is power. By understanding the healing power of sulfur and the dangers of consuming too much, we can use this powerful compound safely and effectively. So please share this message with others. Help them to understand the healing power of sulfur and the importance of moderation. Together, we can harness the power of nature to heal our bodies and thrive. Let's start with the most controversial part of this video. The core of the onion, often discarded as a waste, holds incredible healing powers for your body. In fact, it has the potential to protect you from heart attacks, strokes, and even certain types of cancer. And all it takes is just half an onion every day. That's what science has shown. But wait, there's more. This humble vegetable also helps fight diabetes, lower cholesterol, prevent blood clots, and boost your immune system. It's like having a personal shield against diseases. But why does the onion have such potent powers? Well, that's due to its unique sulfur compounds, particularly a substance called quercetids. Curcumin has been found to have anti-inflammatory properties that help reduce chronic inflammation, a major contributor to many diseases. In fact, research indicates that regular consumption of raw onions is linked to a 34% lower risk of developing heart disease. Another study suggests that eating onions can reduce total cholesterol by up to 16%. And who doesn't want better cholesterol levels? It's like having a personal trainer for your heart. But that's not all. Onions also contain antioxidants like flavonoids and tannins, which can help detoxify harmful substances in our bodies. They are also rich in dietary fiber, which supports healthy digestion and helps maintain a feeling of fullness during meals, leading to reduced calorie intake. However, it is important to note that these digestive benefits can turn into risks if onions are consumed in excess. Raw onions contain a compound called oxalic acid, which can be harmful to kidney health when consumed in large quantities. Moreover, excessive consumption of onions can lead to gastrointestinal discomfort, including diarrhea and stomach cramps. So remember, everything in moderation, even the healthiest of foods. But here's the thing, the true power of the onion lies in its blood sugar impact. There's strong evidence showing that onions help regulate blood sugar levels, making them a powerful ally for people dealing with type 2 diabetes. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that eating raw onions can reduce fasting blood sugar levels by up to 24%. That's an incredible benefit, especially for those looking to manage their diabetes better. Onions also have another trick up their sleeve. They can help prevent blood clots. You see, the inner part of the onion contains a compound called quercetin, which has been shown to inhibit platelet aggregation, meaning it can help prevent the clumping of platelets in your blood vessels. This could potentially reduce the risk of blood clots, which can lead to heart attacks or strokes. And let's not forget about the immune-boosting properties of onions. They are rich in vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that can help strengthen your immune system and protect against infections. One study found that consuming raw onions can increase the activity of natural killer cells, which are important for fighting cancer cells. So it's clear that onions are a nutritional powerhouse, but how do we take advantage of these healing powers? Well, it's simple. Just eat half an onion every day. But here's the key: don't cook it. Raw onions are more effective at lowering cholesterol and blood sugar levels than cooked onions. Plus, cooking them can destroy some of the delicate sulfur compounds responsible for their heart protective effects. However, there's a catch. These beneficial effects only last as long as you keep eating them. If you stop, the benefits will eventually go away. It's kind of like using a shield. It protects you while you're holding it, but it doesn't offer permanent protection. So for lasting results, you need to make onions a regular part of your diet. But be careful, because like a double-edged sword, onions can also cause harm if not consumed in moderation. Raw onions can irritate the stomach lining and may cause discomfort or even bleeding. Additionally, onions can interact with certain medications, including blood thinners and diabetes drugs. So if you're taking any medications, it's important to consult with a healthcare professional before adding more onions to your diet. Imagine the onion as a mythical figure, a healer with a touch that mends, but also a destroyer whose wrath can burn. It's a fascinating paradox. Understanding the healing power of the onion gives us a new perspective on this humble vegetable. By incorporating half a raw onion into our daily diet, we can harness its remarkable benefits, reduce the risk of chronic diseases, and promote overall well-being. However, it's crucial to be aware of the potential harm that excessive onion consumption can bring. The key to unlocking the onion's healing power lies in moderation and balance. When we respect its limits, the onion becomes our ally in the journey towards better health. But remember, just as the onion can heal, it can also harm. The choice is ours to use its powers wisely. I want to talk about something that almost no one talks about. We've done a lot of videos on the benefits of raw onion, but today we're going to deep dive into the dark side of raw onion. What are the problems that can occur when you consume raw onion? And it's not very much talked about. Now, this is very important because if you're not aware of this information, let's say you just start eating raw onions, and then all of a sudden you get these symptoms and you don't know why. You could end up in the emergency room. So this is very important that you watch this video so you know exactly what your body is capable of doing, what your body is communicating to you, and whether or not raw onion might be one of those triggers. Okay? So let me go right into it. No. 1. Raw onions can irritate the stomach. This is especially true for people who have irritable bowel syndrome, gastritis, or other digestive issues. And we did a video on that previously, okay? But raw onion can cause acid reflux, heartburn, and in worst-case scenarios, it can even lead to ulcers. So people ask me all the time, can I eat raw onion on an empty stomach? Well, if you have any type of irritation in your stomach, the answer is no. Okay? The onion has a very potent sulfur compound that can really burn and irritate the lining of your stomach, especially if you already have inflammation. So if you have a sensitive stomach, definitely avoid raw onion or cook it. Number 2, raw onions are high in FODMAPs. Now, what is a FODMAP? It's a fermentable carbohydrate. Okay? And what that means is that it's food for the microbes, the bacteria in your gut. Now, this is good in one sense because you want to feed the good bacteria in your gut, but only if your gut can handle it. So many people cannot handle these types of carbohydrates, okay? These FODMAPs can cause bloating and discomfort. So, once again, if you're sensitive, you might want to stay away from raw onion. There's certain bacteria in your gut that when they ferment these foods, they produce gases that can cause a lot of distension and a lot of pain, and a lot of people just can't tolerate it. Number 3, allergies. Some people have a mild or even a severe allergic reaction to onions, and they don't even know it. So the onion can actually cause irritation in your throat. It can make you feel like you have a lump in your throat. It can make you have watery eyes, sneezing, congestion, runny nose, and in severe cases, it can even lead to trouble breathing. Okay? So the point is, if you start having difficulty breathing, get out of there, stop eating the onion and get some air, and maybe even take some over-the-counter allergy medicines to help you breathe again. But the point is that some people have these life-threatening allergies and they don't even know it. Now, I think it's really important to understand that while the raw onion has tremendous healing power, it also has the power to harm if it's not used correctly. In other words, there are certain conditions where it's not appropriate to use raw onion. Okay? Now, I'm not telling you not to consume raw onion. I'm simply telling you to be aware that it has a powerful effect. It has irreversible changes. It has anti-inflammatory, detoxifying properties. It can help to destroy cancer cells, but it can also cause digestive risks, blood sugar impact, especially if you have a compromised immune system, if you have diabetes, if you have blood sugar problems, if you have liver problems, if you have kidney problems, if you have gut inflammation, okay, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, things like that, then you need to be very careful when consuming raw onion. Now, I don't want you to leave this video feeling like you should never consume a raw onion. That is not my intention. My intention is to help you understand the power of this remedy so that you can use it and not abuse it, and so you know how to counteract any negative effects that it might produce if you're not careful. Because remember, the onion is a very interesting, let's say, entity. It's almost mythological at this point. It has the power to heal and it has the power to harm. And which one is going to dominate depends on how you use it. If you use it in small amounts, you're going to get the healing effect. If you use it in large amounts or you have a pre-existing condition and you're not aware of it, then you could end up creating more harm than good. Does that make sense? Onions, they're in the medicine cabinet, they're in the fridge, and they're on your plate. You probably think of them as a tasty, maybe even healthy addition to your meals. But did you know that onions can also be an enemy? In fact, under some circumstances, onions can do some really bad things to your body. So today, I'm going to reveal all of the secrets of the onion. I'm going to answer the ultimate question, and I'm going to tell you what you need to know to protect yourself from the potential dangers of this powerful food. Are you ready? Let's dive right in. The verdict, enemy or ally? If you're healthy, with no digestive issues, and you want to boost your heart, immune and metabolic health, the answer is yes. Onions can be a powerful ally. But if you suffer from a sensitive stomach, acid reflux or food allergies, you may want to stick to cooked onions, unless you're willing to pay the price. Because make no mistake, eating raw onions comes with risks, and those risks far outweigh any potential benefit for people with a compromised digestive system. One of the most fascinating things about nutrition is that something so ordinary can have such a profound impact on your body. That's why it's so important to peel back the layers of onion, to understand its nature, because what we put on our plate quietly shapes who we are on the inside. Nutrition is one of the most powerful tools for healing, but it's also one of the most powerful tools for harm, and the line between healing and harm is razor thin. Sometimes the foods that heal us in small doses can kill us in larger doses. The secret, of course, is understanding the power of the foods we eat. It's knowing when to apply the power and when to pull back. You see, onions have been used for centuries as a natural remedy for a wide range of ailments, from colds and flu to digestive issues and even cancer. But despite their reputation as a health food, onions can actually be harmful to our bodies. Today, I'm going to reveal the dark side of this versatile vegetable and help you decide whether or not it's right for you. Let's start with the basics. Onions are a type of allium vegetable, which means they belong to the same family as garlic, leeks, and chives. They're a good source of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, especially vitamin C, which supports the immune system and has anti-inflammatory properties. But onions also contain certain compounds that can wreak havoc on our digestive system. These compounds are called thiosulfonates, and while they give onions their pungent flavor and smell, they can also cause some serious digestive distress. For people with sensitive stomachs or digestive conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, eating raw onions can lead to symptoms like bloating, gas and diarrhea. And here's where things get really interesting. Raw onions are also more likely to trigger acid reflux, a condition in which stomach acid flows back up into the esophagus, causing irritation and discomfort. This happens because onions have a unique ability to relax the lower esophageal sphincter, the muscle that keeps stomach acid where it belongs. When this sphincter is relaxed, stomach acid can flow back up into the esophagus, leading to symptoms like heartburn, regurgitation, and difficulty swallowing. But the damage doesn't stop there. Raw onions can also aggravate an already inflamed esophagus, making symptoms worse. For people with food allergies, eating raw onions can trigger an allergic reaction in the mouth, throat, or even the skin. Symptoms can range from mild irritation to severe anaphylaxis, a life-threatening allergic reaction that can cause difficulty breathing, swelling of the face and lips, and a drop in blood pressure. Here's the deal. When it comes to onions, the way you prepare them makes all the difference. Cooking onions can help reduce the levels of thiosulfates, making them easier to digest and less likely to trigger acid reflux or other digestive issues. Plus, cooking onions can also help to mellow out their flavor, making them a bit more mild and less irritating to the stomach. Of course, this doesn't mean that you should go onion crazy and load up on them even if you have a sensitive stomach. It's still important to listen to your body and watch for any negative reactions. And if you notice that onions are giving you trouble, it's best to err on the side of caution and stick to cooked onions or other non-reactive vegetables. But here's the thing. We're not just what we eat, we're also what we don't eat. Choosing to cut onions out of your diet is not a failure. It's a victory for your body. It's a recognition that sometimes the bravest thing we can do is to walk away from the things that hurt us, even if they're things we love. So what's the verdict? Well, onions can be a powerful ally, but they can also be a dangerous enemy. The key is understanding their power and using it wisely. For some of us, that means embracing the raw onion in all of its rawness. For others, it means sticking to cooked onions or avoiding them altogether. No matter what your decision is, the most important thing is to listen to your body and honor its wisdom. After all, our bodies are the ultimate authority on what's best for us. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. If you found this video helpful, chances are someone you care about might need it too. Feel free to share it with them. It could make a big difference. And if you like to see more videos like this, filled with practical tips for living stronger and healthier, you're warmly invited to subscribe to the channel. Take good care of yourself, and until next time, stay well and stay strong.